Hey everyone, my name is Scott Fassard, and I am starting a new project for 2026. You've probably been hearing a little bit about it, especially if you've been following me for the past couple weeks. I've been posting teasers about it, but today is finally the day. This project I call the Autistic Exchange Project. Now, follow me on this one. I'm going to post a link in here in just a moment with a TED Talk from Kyle McDonald. Years back, he had a project that inspired this one called the Red Paperclip. In that, he traded a red paperclip for something of greater value or something bigger and better, with his goal to see, can he trade a paperclip up to a house. I'm going to be doing something similar for the autistic community, and I'll say more about that in a moment. But what I want to do is to see, can we collectively come together to help autistic people in very tangible, meaningful ways. I've been advocating for the autistic community for several years now, in large part because I myself learned I am autistic about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, at age 48. Since then, I've been on this incredible journey about myself, what it means to be autistic, the realities of autistic versus what we see in the popular media. And I came to learn of this amazing community of autistic people of all support needs. Like I said, I've been advocating for a while since then, even wrote a couple books. But I wanted to do something more, something bigger, something better, something that will directly impact an autistic person's life. I've done this in the past with the actually autistic athletes program as part of the Ordinary Marathoner Foundation, where we brought an autistic person into the sports, the endurance sports world, and gave him the equipment, the coaching, the training to get him into running events. And that changed his life. And that was so powerful for me to know that I can have such a direct impact on a person's life. And I want to do that again, but I also want to crowdsource it and make it something that we all have a hand in, and do it in simple ways. So the goal of this project is to trade up until I get an AAC, an augmentative and alternative communication device, which I will then donate to a non-speaking autistic person. Some of the rules of the project are very simple, very basic. We're going to start off with a single object and see if somebody will trade me something for it. One thing that, if you watch the video from Kyle McDonald in his Red Paperclip project, you'll see is that for each trade, he went to where the person was and they physically exchanged the items of trade. Given where I am, pretty remote, upstate New York area, that is kind of not very feasible. So I will be relying largely on shipping. If there are trades within a few hours of me, I'm happy to come out and make the exchange in person. But either way, something that I really want to do is to capture that story, capture that exchange, what it means to me, but also the person that's with which I'm making the trade, and in the end have this story that we tell, how we went from one simple object to an AAC device that helped a person. So I'm going to be capturing those stories, posting it on the websites, and hopefully sharing this out. I'm going to be starting with one, what I call a chain, from my first object to the AAC device. We'll see how that goes. I have no idea if this will be successful or not. I believe it will, or else I wouldn't be doing this. I very much believe it will. But after that's done, I'll start another chain and we'll find something else to trade up to and donate to an autistic person. So it's going to be one trade at a time. We'll ship or meet the person to make the exchange, get some pictures, tell the story, and then go to the next trade. And in doing so, we're going to also build community. Now, my first trade is a set of old hinges. These are 1930s, 1940s, ball tip pin, brass plated steel hinges. These came from a door that my wife and I bought to put into the house that we bought in upstate New York as part of our renovation. And if you remember from the very first teaser, I posted a blurred picture. This is all this comes from. So the way I look at it is this hinge, these hinges, I should say, helped to open a door in a previous house. I took them off that door, and now I want them to open up the world of communication for a non-speaking autistic person. So who knows how much these are worth? Probably only a couple dollars, but that's not the important part. I have two hinges that I would like to trade. Who would like to trade me something bigger and better for these hinges? Doesn't matter what it is, but who would trade me something for these two hinges? So, comment down the post if you have something. I'll message people back. Let's get something happening and let's make a trade. All right. So, thank you very much for listening. Have a beautiful day. Have a peaceful day and live life authentically. Bye bye.